Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of A Taste of the Food Life. It is time once again to continue my food adventures here on the show. And joining me this episode is the lovely Susan Chisholm, the executive producer. What was your other title?
Amazing camera woman.
Amazing camera woman, yeah. And jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And today we are going to be tasting something very unique.
I know. Kind of excited.
Came in this bright green package that you see here, and it came all the way from Ukraine.
That's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, we couldn't read everything
Anything.
on the
Not a thing.
on the different portions, but thanks to Google Translate and our own bit of ingenuity, we are going to be tasting a 24-hour Ukrainian military MRE. Mm-hmm. And so I've seen people do this before on YouTube, and of course I wanted to get on the action because I'm just here for the food. So with that said, we are going to show you, and as you see the picture scroll across, you'll see that we have breakfast as well as lunch, and there is also going to be dinner. Now, we're not going to eat every single thing because we had tacos just a short while ago before filming this.
Tacos are life.
Exactly. So, but we are going to be very curious because while we know from having looked at translations what the dishes are, we don't really know.
No.
Because this is not cuisine that we are used to. So it's going to be exciting to figure out what all this food is. And everything, pretty much, every one of the main meals came in this form of container. And so to heat these, all we had to do was pop them into hot water for about 5 minutes, I think we said.
5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, and then the main dishes are ready to roll, and which makes sense because if it's meals ready to eat, and especially if it's for military folks and so forth, they need to be able to eat on the go, right? So I guess all that's left is to have some breakfast.
Let's have breakfast.
All right, we'll check it out. All right, so we're going to start with breakfast, and as we said, each meal came in an individual package, which we've already opened, but breakfast is going to be inclusive of these crackers. We also have some packets. There's a wet nap that we'll use because you're dirty, and
Can't wash that off, sorry.
there's coffee, which that seems very...
Yeah.
Little amount of coffee. It's obviously instant coffee. And this is a very big package. It's a Sergio-sized package of sugar. Because I love sugar. And this is salt because there's a little picture of a salt shaker.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Shaker.
So, I can't translate everything, but I can do pictures.
I know. Yeah, this one we knew it was coffee because not only does it say coffee right here, but it actually has a coffee, like a percolator coffee maker thing. There.
I only figured it out because it said coffee. So we're going to take this very fancy Ukrainian military, no, not really. This is our glamping cup. So we're going to go ahead and make the coffee, which of course is instant.
I'm dropping it.
Which you just dropped everywhere.
Nobody saw everything. Nobody saw anything. It's fine. I'm off camera. You're going to see it. Okay.
All right, there we go. And I guess it's just hot water, huh?
Yes. So I've got... Oh, look, a kettle. What a surprise.
That did not come in the bag. All right, that's probably good.
Yeah. Coffee!
Now, I'm usually a coffee and creamer kind of guy, but I'm going to go with what's in the package and not put salt in it.
No.
Instead, sugar. So I almost put the salt in it. All right. It also came with utensils.
And a napkin.
And you're going to have to tell me when to stop, Susan, because I will put this whole thing.
You just go ahead. You make it palatable.
The whole thing?
Yeah, sure.
Well, there you go. I guess there wasn't as much sugar as I thought.
Yep.
As I completely covered myself on the camera there for a moment.
Yeah.
All right, so again, I'm not going to add anything else to it like creamer like I normally would because my ratio of cream to coffee is usually like 25% coffee, 75% creamer. So, but which I prefer French vanilla because I'm
fancy like
extra like that. So.
I usually drink black coffee.
All right, so we're both fully vaxxed, so we're gonna drink from the same cup. Is that all right?
That's totally fine.
Ladies first.
Okay.
You're like, I'm not a lady.
That's true. That does not smell like coffee.
It doesn't?
No. It's coffee, but it's not. It's like almost like chicory.
Well, it's not coffee you and I would be used to.
It's very hot. It's not bad, actually.
Yeah?
No, not at all.
Are you going to want to drink more? Because you only took a very little sip.
We'll see. Second sip after.
I'm going to just sit here and do this for a bit.
The coffee is hot. It's not boiling water, but it's hot water, just fresh off of boiling, out of my kettle.
That's not bad.
It's not terrible.
I don't drink black coffee with just sugar or black coffee, period. And this is actually...
It reminds me of...
This is really good.
It reminds me of... There's a coffee that also has chicory in it. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
It has what?
Chicory?
Say it again?
Chicory?
I just like hearing that word.
Chicory.
So
It's a fun word.
that's really good. It's really hot because, you know, we decided to murder the water. But the flavor is really good. For being just straight coffee.
It's hot.
You're reacting in pain, but it's really good.
It's tasty, but it's just hot.
So that's the coffee. We have, of course, these crackers that I want to try before we try anything else.
Okay.
Each of the meals comes with a set of crackers. This one has one type, the other have two each. And so this is the one that is pretty universal to all three packages. So this type of cracker exists in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mm-hmm. But only these are in the breakfast packet. So let's try them out. And the other ones in the other packages are two different types. So I'm thinking one is savory, one is sweet, perhaps. So, and this is what it looks like. So, I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. There you go. You get the bigger half because I'm a nice guy. Clink. Well, that feels kind of stale.
A little bit.
And kind of like not a real specific flavor.
Cardboard? I mean, not terrible. Again.
I mean, you know.
It's got some kind of like herbs and spices kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you look at the surface really close. Let me see if I can get it. Maybe not. Yeah, herbsy, spicy stuff. It's kind of weird. It's good, but
I wonder if coffee and cardboard. So,
all right, now I have to try that.
but yeah. Well, now I'm excited about trying the ones that are in the others because comparison contrast. So, all right. So there is a main breakfast dish that goes with this. And so we're going to unload that now into this clear bowl so you can see everything.
It's hot.
Between, I feel like you're doing all the painful work here.
It smells.
All right. Wow. That's breakfast.
Yeah. Looks breakfasty.
Do you remember what it said in the translation? Because I know that it was meat and vegetables. And, oh, actually, this is, okay, so taking a look at this, it's meat, vegetables, and like barley. Mm-hmm. If we can get a close-up shot there. I mean, that's as close as we're going to get, but
Take a picture of it.
yeah.
Sounds like your spoon is broken.
That's okay. We're going to use what they gave us. All right, so there are chunks of meat.
It has a unique smell.
It really does.
It's not like anything I can remember having smelled for food. It's not bad
Well,
that we know of. The smell, I mean. My dog is like, what you
I
got
mean,
there?
yeah, we probably shouldn't share spoons.
Thanks.
It's got like the meat is really good. Good piece of meat. There's, like I said, there's barley, there's carrots, onion, and she loves it. So I think it's pretty tasty. I mean, it has its own unique flavor. The thing for me though that stands out is this is breakfast. So in their Ukrainian MRE, and which makes sense when you consider, you know, they're out in the field, they're working hard. You need something like this to really start your day off in a way that's going to sustain you. As Maya makes an appearance.
My cat Maya decided she wants some.
That's all right. But yeah, I'm liking this.
It's not bad. It's just different. Was not expecting the combination of flavors.
I mean, it's not going to replace my scrambled eggs, bacon, but that's, again, it's our view of breakfast versus Ukraine, which that's a lesson right there. Oh yeah.
Are you not eating cracker with it? It's pretty good together.
It is, actually. It kind of overpowers the cardboard flavor. All right, well, we don't want to completely fill up yet because we've got 2 more meals. So stick around. We're going to do lunch next. All right, well, it is lunchtime. So we are now on to part 2 of this Ukrainian MRE. And this one had 2 packets that we have heated in hot water. And we'll be sharing those with you in a bit here. Excuse me.
The label boiled off of one of them.
Wow.
So
it also has black tea and a jam packet, as well as the same thing of crackers as before, plus some rye crackers, I believe.
yeah, looks like little rye toasts. This is
From Gardetto's. And did I mention it has a cherry jam? So interesting selections.
I know.
Shall we go with the soupy one first?
Sure.
Because there's a soupy one, and then one obviously has some sort of like meat in it,
Yeah.
I believe. So we have, again, our magic bowl. And
Oh, that smells really good. Okay, so hard. Ooh,
oh, it's like a vegetable soup.
watch your fingers. Sorry.
All right, so you can tell very much a different consistency than the one from breakfast. Ooh, wow.
It smells really good.
That smells really good. And yeah, okay, so we have spoons. HEB is now involved. And okay, let's look here. So it has a lot of carrots, potatoes, meat, and the broth is probably like a pork broth. Yeah, that's like a pork broth. And the meat in it is pork. So
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and give it a taste. A good spoonful. They're also not shy about using fat.
Yeah.
I've noticed in not just this one, but the ones that I've watched, because they're not shy about it like we are, or like we tend to be. But people who like us eat foods of all kinds, we're okay with fat. And I can tell you right now, well, I'll take a spoonful and tell me about sort of the mouthfeel in your mouth after. Hot.
Oh.
You trying to kill us? It's tasty, but it's oily.
Yeah.
Very
There's
oily.
definitely oiliness in your mouth.
Yeah. Tastes good though.
It's got some interesting seasoning. Like I don't know what it is. It's something in the. I think it's something in the meat. Honestly.
Right, and it's very subtle. That's what I think the biggest difference for me is that I like heavily seasoned food, and I'm not talking about like, well, okay, I like salty, but This is much more subtle in terms of its seasoning. It doesn't overpower you.
I'm gonna try again without scalding my tongue.
The vegetables are like the perfect consistency. And honestly, I don't think there's potatoes. I think it's the fat globules.
I don't think those are supposed to be potatoes.
It's not bad.
It's not terrible.
That portion of my hand is burning right now. So, all right, let's make our tea. I can do this. And it's not a tea bag, it's actually the tea itself in a packet. All right, so I mentioned the tea. It does come in a tea bag. So we're going to put it into our fancy schmancy teacup and kettle me. Okay. And oh wow, look at that, starts steeping quick. We're gonna let that steep for a little bit. And our tea, we could have with, well, you know what we didn't try? One of these Mega Gardetto rye chips. Oh, they smell good.
You do. They're very crunchy. I'm smart, I broke it into a piece.
Those are pretty good. I'm gonna soak mine in the soup for a moment.
Those are gonna be really good.
Yep.
I'm gonna try it too.
We'll see how that goes.
Just a small amount.
That worked really well. You're making that face not because of the taste.
No, these are very crunchy.
Really?
I'm very crunchy.
So yeah. All right. So as you can see, very quickly, we have this beautiful looking tea. And I think there was sugar in the packet, or maybe not.
I don't remember sugar in this.
No, it was just the tea itself. So we're gonna let it finish its steeping.
You open this one in the meantime.
Yes, because there is a second meal. Where are we gonna put that? That's the question. Oh, in the container. I pay attention.
I think this is gonna be pretty similar to breakfast.
Breakfast?
Ooh. Maybe not.
Wow. Interesting.
Interesting. It actually, it's similar but not
That's grits. That's what that is.
grits.
Grits and pork. Or beef, perhaps.
I think it's pork.
There's your look. Yeah, that's grits.
Everything is pasty sounding.
That's a different consistency. No.
No.
Here's the interesting thing though. Behind the scenes, y'all aren't seeing her kids try this stuff. And so far, they're liking it. So I'll be curious to know their thoughts.
They absolutely loved the breakfast one, so.
I like the consistency of the grits.
Oh, thank you.
I like this one. But then again, I eat weird stuff, but not balut.
Tea time.
Oh yeah, tea and jam. This packet again came with these same crackers from before, so we are not going crazy. with the crackers.
This just smells like regular black tea, kind of like kind of English breakfast tea kind of style.
Yep.
Yep. English breakfast tea, basically.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very familiar. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. We have a guest.
My
Off
cat.
camera. All right, ready? So this is cherry jam. Whoa, and it's very liquidy. I'll let you do the honors.
I'll put it over the tray. Oh wow, it is. It's like almost like syrup rather than jam.
It's kind of sexy. I don't know how you feel about the jam, but I love the jam.
It's very good.
I could literally suck it right out of the package if I wanted to. I won't on camera. So that was really good.
It actually, the little herbs and stuff in the crackers complement the cherry.
It really does.
Really well.
It really does. I wouldn't try it on the right one though. But yeah. So vegetable and pork soup. The grits and pork. I think that's beef actually. I could be wrong. Was it pork? Okay. And that was lunch. Again, the consistency, Susan, I'm saying is that these are very hearty meals. Like this is gonna, to use the cliche, stick to your ribs if you're out doing, military type things. So we'll be back very soon for dinner.
That didn't work.
Oh, that's hot. All right, so it is now time for dinner. The first two meals, again, very hearty, a lot of pork.
Yes.
Things like grits and barley. The soup was pretty tremendous. And so far, one of the favorite things of mine has been this black tea, which the black tea is repeated at dinner. So your gift, my thank you to you for being on the show and for all you do. And honey. This dinner packet has honey, as I imagine the dessert equivalent of what the cherry jam was in the lunch packet, right? Again, sugar, salt, which we haven't needed.
No.
Which is for me very surprising. And in addition to the same crackers that we have seen in both breakfast and lunch, there is a second cracker, lighter than the last one, that I imagine once again is going to be the savory element. Although the first cracker is not all that savory. But so what's for dinner?
Lovely green package. I don't know what's inside of it. Let's find out.
We're going to find out.
It looks kind of like the soup from before, but it's
Yeah.
different. It's got a different seasoning in it, so.
Again, very similar look to the soup that we had a moment ago for lunch. Again, none of this is being wasted because in the background her kids are going crazy over this stuff.
Yeah.
H-E-B spoons.
I think go.
Shop local. And I think I found a potato. I think that's a potato. That is a potato.
Oh my goodness.
So there are potatoes this time.
This is different.
This appears to be, is it beef or
looks
pork?
beef. That looks beef.
It does look like beef. So beef, beef, carrots, potatoes, that broth from before. It's like a Campbell's chunky soup, but Ukrainian style. All right, here we go.
This is good.
Mm-hmm.
The seasoning is different on this one, and it's a lot more smooth. It's less tangy.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of a sour element. The beef, of course, changes the whole complexity of the broth. Because to look at it, It looks exactly like everything else that we've tried,
Yeah, same color and everything.
including breakfast. But it's tasty. Now we're going to try, well, the savory cracker.
Don't know what it says.
One more thing. Right, because it's in Ukrainian. All right. For you.
For me.
For me.
Little breadsticks.
To our friends in Ukraine. That one actually crunched a little better. That's kind of neutral in flavor.
Yeah, that'll go with the honey.
I was going to say, although I have to do this, I'm going to dip it in the soup first. Mm-hmm. You need to try that. It actually goes well with the soup. Right?
Yeah, it does. I like the soup as it was, but that makes it a little bit better even.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. So let's try the honey. This is what happens when you do things in real time. I once again struggle to open a package. Maybe it's because I'm going the wrong direction. There we go. For you. I'm going to show them on camera what that looks like.
It's, you know, honey.
You're so descriptive.
It's a little bit lighter in color than usual, than I'm expected, than I'm used to, I guess.
Ah!
It's also a little bit more liquidy. It runs more.
Mmm. That's good.
Yeah, tastes like honey.
But it's like,
Mild.
yeah.
It's not very, like some honeys you get that are very, very flavorful and like almost too much complexity for.
Right.
But this is good.
This is very sweet.
It's sweet and it's just perfect.
Absolutely.
Absolutely perfect.
Svetlana has made an appearance.
Please cut that out.
I'm going to hand this to you before I literally start sucking it from the package.
But you think
Because-
I'm not going to do that.
We'll do it off camera. That brings us to the end of this 3-meal tasting of this Ukrainian MRE. I found it on Amazon. MREs on Amazon, and really anywhere, can be kind of pricey. But for a show like this, worth the investment because we get to try stuff from different places.
Yep.
I actually have some US MREs that we'll be doing as episodes in the future, so make sure you stay tuned. And yeah, I think that went well
Yeah,
overall.
I think that's good.
It was delicious. Very different.
Yeah.
Very savory, meals from top to bottom. It's not at all what I'm used to when it comes to food here. And so, yeah, it was a nice journey through food from Ukraine in an MRE style. At the end of the day, food is one of those things that just differs from region of the world to region of the world. But it all ties together into what a former chef friend of mine said, food is love. And you feel that sort of hearty home feeling when you eat this kind of food. So it's been a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. And thank you for all of your executive producing that you do. As we get back to the business of what we do here on the Taste of the Food Life, and that is to try all kinds of different food. And
Camera's over.
yeah, and so yeah. So for those of you watching, thank you so much for joining us here on YouTube. Please keep up with us by clicking the subscribe button and also clicking the notification bell so you know when our episodes land, as there will be many more coming up very soon of all kinds. And yeah, you'll always have fun when you join us, so please do so. Other than that, remember, you're awesome, you're amazing, and the world's a better place because you are in it. We will see you next time on A Taste of the Food Life.